I've been in this world long enough to know one thing. People will doubt you. They will doubt you. They will shake your hand, smile in your face. But the second you turn your back, they will whisper, they will plot, and they will betray you. And when you succeed, they will return and they will act like if they were always on your side. That is why boxing, Savate, any form of kickboxing, Muay Thai, these arts are called the lonely man's art. Because when the bell rings, when the door closes, your fight is yours alone. Family, acquaintances. This road has shown me one thing. That old saying, that blood is thicker than water, well, that's a lie. The ones who sweat with you, who bleed with you in the ring, who endure the training that you're training in, those are your true brothers and your true sisters. Those that are round after round, hitting you and you hitting them. Training, moving, bettering yourselves together. Those are your true brothers. They're more your brothers than those that are tied to your name or tied to your family in some form or another. Those men and women that stand in there day after day training, hitting you, you hitting them. Those are the ones that are closer to you as family. And in time, when you continue doing this, you're going to realize that that's true. And the only thing I can tell you is this: remember that. Remember those moments. Because those moments are forging something that's long-lasting. That you can count with those people being behind you and being next to you in the fight. Remember that. Also remember those that doubted you, those that questioned you, those that tried to place doubt in your mind. Because at the end of the day, you do not fight for them. You fight for the one in the mirror. For the version of yourself that refused to quit, even when the world told you to. I've seen this behavior over and over. When I trained in France with the professors, when I was preparing for the World Championship, when I opened my first school, then my second, when I formed USA Savate, when I held my first tournament, took my first team to the Golden Gloves, and in every other battle ever since, people are going to doubt you. Even if it was decades ago, remember who were the ones that were doubting you, and remember who were the ones that were supporting what you're doing. So how do you prove them wrong? How do you prove those people wrong? You stop waiting. There is no perfect moment. It's now. People say, you just teach fighting. And I repeat, and I answer, yeah, I do. But not just fighting, a science, the sweet science. Fighting is not reckless. It is not about brute strength or wild aggression. It is measured, precise, calculated, disciplined, and above all, it builds respect. Because you respect those punches, those kicks that are coming at you. So that places a respect to those attacks, a respect to chaos, and in turn, a respect to those that are with you. On the contrary, boxing, Savate, kickboxing, Kempo, they build in their strength. That strength that only strong men can attain. I'll tell you why. Because weak men, they fight with emotions. The strong fight with strategy, strike with their heads, strike with the mind. It meant discipline. Stay away from bars. Stay away from nightclubs. Stay away from hell raising in the middle of the night. And it also meant don't stand up protecting those that won't stand up for themselves. That, to me, is the most important rule of all. Many will use you, especially if you know how to fight. They will lean on your skills to build themselves up. It happens, believe me. It happens. Don't become a power drinker. Take your training seriously. Whether it's your first business or your second, whether you're fighting in the ring or learning from it, there are street skills as well. And don't forget those, because they teach you a lot. But you only pick them up if you listen. Believe me, if you hang around and you learn from men that have that background, you will learn if you just listen and pay attention. You only pick those lessons up if you stay long enough in the training. You only pick them up if you have what we call consistency. Consistency is the secret to everything. I repeat, I have spent 50 years training. I spent over 30 years teaching. That's why I know what I'm talking about, because I've experienced it. I have seen men rise and fall. And I tell you now, the strongest are not the ones who fight for ego. They're not the ones who boast, who pretend, who wear a mask. True strength is not loud, it is controlled. St. Francis de Sales said, "Nothing is strong as gentleness, nothing so gentle as real strength." In teaching pugilists, I understand this. Strength is not reckless force. It is the ability to be measured, composed, and deliberate. I train those not to fight with anger. I train those not to fight to prove something. I train those, if they need to fight for a purpose. Martial skills in general are not about showing off. They're about discipline. They're about control. They're about becoming a greater version of yourself. And that, to me, is why I continue teaching. So I ask you, are you yourself ready to rise? Are you ready to take control of your life? Or are you willing to remain weak, waiting for the world to decide your fate? Because let me tell you, nobody's coming to save you. You either stand up and take control, or you will be left behind. The time is now. Take your choice. Learn. Understand what you're training. Understand what you're doing. And above all, respect those that came before you. Respect those that are teaching you, because they're placing their soul, their time towards you, towards your safety with care. So I'll leave you with this. If you're going to train, train to your best and train to better yourself. Peace.